factor on the fun factor on the no factory OEM belt. This belt with XRC or XMR. We'll start here at the front. This is a bumper we have made. Style hose, the part number we give you. We'll get this done. Hi guys, this is Adam with Adrenaline Cycles again. We're here today with BRP to try out the new Sea-Doo switch. We'll have some footage throughout the day here for you guys to watch and see, how it performs on the water. And we'll also be talking some of the specs and things like that, and just give you guys a good overview of what you can expect in the dealer showroom floor as soon as these things start to ship. So stay tuned and enjoy, and as always, hit that like and subscribe down below. Well guys, we're out here trying to drive this demo around on the switch. We're on the compact right now, so this is the 13 footer, and this was 170 horse. So just watch the video and we'll see what it can do.
Ready?
All ready.
You got weight distribution?
Yeah. Alright guys, right here on the Sea-Doo switch, we're on the cruise model, so it's got all the seating for everybody to come hang out and cruise around. This one is the 21 foot model, and they're counting the 2 foot swim platform on the back to get that length, but really it feels like a lot bigger pontoon. To me it feels like a 22, 23, 20, even a 24 foot pontoon when you're on it, just by the layout and how there's no motor and you're not losing any rear deck space. It's thought out, guys. The seats are really comfortable, plenty of storage. This model has the extended bikini top on it, or bikini top, whatever they call them, and it's 230 horsepower. It's got this nice rubbery C-deck flooring on it. Snaps into place, soft and cool on your feet right now. I thought it might be hot, but really nice setup. We're gonna get out here and rip. We'll have some footage of it and let you guys see what you think. Hi guys, this is Adam again. I made it back to the dealership after the day we had out on the lake with the new Sea-Doo switch pontoons. Been a really exciting day for me and the owner. We took an opportunity to go out and try these things out, demo them with BRP's help. And some of the things I want to go over with on those. I'm sure you guys probably seen some videos about the new Sea-Doo switch. And I just want to give you guys some of my insight because I do have a lot of experience on the water. I've been on a bunch of different pontoons, been on a bunch of different boats, been on a bunch of different everything on the water, including watercraft. So first impressions was the 13 foot pontoon, the switch, way bigger than what you think it is. I had a mindset coming from like a 13 foot, thinking like a John boat. This thing's gonna be small, rickety, not very stable in the water. Completely wrong, guys. I'll be the first to admit I was wrong. The first one we rode, the 13 footer, was a Switch Sport, so it had like the loungers in the front that was built into the floor. We'll talk a little more about that in a second, but the performance at 170 horsepower on a 13-footer is really good. I mean, you're going to be able to pull the tube, pull a skier, you're going to be able to do some stuff. Average speed on it in low 30s, and that's with 3 grown. I mean, I'm a big dude, guys, so I mean, me and the owner and another guy on there, mid 30s on that thing at 170 horsepower. I was impressed. Super, super quiet. I'm telling you what, coming from riding, you know, a boat with a fuel injection, you know, outboard motor, they're quiet, but this thing is even quieter than that. So if you're at home and you got an outboard on a pontoon and it's quiet, dude, I'm telling you this, where it's set below deck, it's insulated really well, it's got the right setup. I mean, this thing is quiet. I mean, you hear the wind in your ears, you don't hear any engine noise. So I was really impressed with that as well. Again, on the 13-footer, just the maneuverability of it. I was really concerned with it trying to like torpedo coming over some wakes and things. So as you've seen in the video here, we do go over some, you know, wakes behind the other pontoons and some that we made ourselves. And the center pontoon just cuts the water so well that it's just, you don't worry about it, guys. It's not an issue. I mean, this thing rode really, really well. So we come back in from riding the 13-footer around, and then we got on the 19-foot, which was the cruise. So it had abundant of seating, and there was only 3 of us on there, the driver, me, and the owner. And we rode that one around. Again, that one was a 230 horsepower supercharged, you know, Rotax engine. So we took off out through there. The first thing I noticed on it was the seating. The boat feels like it's a 24-foot pontoon, guys, even though it says it's 19 or 21 or whatever BRP wants to call it. Me being on that pontoon and being on other ones in the past, this thing feels like a 24-footer. And you can say whatever, the numbers are what the numbers are, but the feel of it, I don't care if you call it a 10-footer. If it feels like it's 18 foot, hey, I'm buying the 10-footer because it feels like it's got 18-foot room. So the 21-foot Switch to me felt, I mean, it felt like a 24-foot pontoon. And again, because the motor, you're not losing any deck space in the back, and things like that with the outboard motor, with the fuel tank, with all that stuff. You just don't have that with these, and I was really impressed with that. You know, typically sometimes on a pontoon and whatnot, you'll be riding it around and you'll get, you know, whiffs of gas, and you know, sometimes you'll just get exhaust smell and just stuff you just, you know, normally, you know, are getting used to or conditioned to being used to. These don't have that, guys. When this engine fires up, it's super quiet. It sits in one spot. The controls with the handlebar, I was a little somewhat leery of, again, because, you know, I've ridden Sea-Doos, I've ridden, you know, Wave Runners and things like that, and I know how they handle. The steering wheel not being on this does not give me any, you know, I didn't even know I was missing it. I felt more control because I had the both hands this way, pull and leverage, versus a steering wheel going this way, and just the controls being right there. It has cruise control, so you can set that and just, you know, you don't even have to hold the lever down. You can just hold both hands on the wheel. It's really nice setup. You can clip the lanyard on your life jacket, or we had ones around our wrist, you know, so if you didn't fall over it, pull the key off. It comes standard with like bilge pump, horns, you know, the nav lights and stuff like that. Everything you'd expect it to have on a pontoon. It's got all that. But again, the 230 got up, it was running mid 30s mile an hour. I think I got up to about 36, 37 using the trim option on it. Got a few more miles an hour out of it with the 230 on the 21-foot Switch pontoon. And that's pulling with also, guys, on this a full Bikini top that it had up top. You know, it had the extended one. So this thing's literally covering the whole boat, so it's acting as a sail. If a man had that folded half down or half that, I mean, I would say 37, 38, 39 mile an hour would not be, you know, out of the realm of these things. So speed and performance is there. The chop on the water, the handling, even on the little 13-footer, it cuts it. It doesn't want to ride up and over. I mean, it just goes right through it and keeps on a trucking. The big one, same way, just keeps on a trucking, really smooth. These do get up on plane. I just want everybody to know that. It is not a traditional pontoon where you're just going to push down the lake at a just pushing water. I mean, this thing will set up and get on plane and go on down the water. So that helps with, you know, the higher end speeds that you see for not a lot of motor. One thing we did find out was they all had 29-gallon tanks, and they all had the IDF, so the debris-free system on these as well. I know BRP don't talk a lot about that, but it is on these pontoons. Some other things we talked about and looked at on these was the cheaper end models, the entry level as they call them, you know, around the sub $20,000 mark to the mid 20s to the mid 30s. I would, you know, I can sit here and go over all that all day long. I need you guys as customers and as someone that's interested in this machine, do your research. Don't take my word for it. Get in there and look and see what fits your needs. And look at, you know, do I need the, you know, the 13-foot compact? Do I need the 16-foot? Do I need the 20-foot? Do I need the 18-foot? Because you have to be honest with yourself and know what you want as a customer. I can't tell you what you want. I can just show you what we got. But there is some features between the models. For me and my family, I think the Cruise would be the one we'd spend most of our time on for the extra seating. Really nice. Probably go with the 230 just because, you know, somebody at some point during the day is going to want to ride around on a tube, and you got that option on that bigger pontoon, and you already get the seating stock, you get the Bahimi top stock, you get a lot of stock options that you don't get on the lesser model Switch. You have to step up to a Cruise or a Sport to get some of those options. And really, when you start pricing it out, it's really economical to step up to a little more of a name as far as the Sport and the Cruise goes. Another thing I really like about these, and this is BRP's game, is making sure, you know, I think this is, for most people, this is definitely going to be a longevity of a pontoon for these purchasers. I think when a person buys this, they're going to have low maintenance, not having any wood in this thing, so you're not going to have to deal with the wood going bad. And another thing I like, how many times do you see out there people talking about carpet being bad or the floors being bad in pontoons? I mean, I've got friends that's got 2015s, 2017s, and the only time the thing's been out has been on the lake and the floor looks like crap. BRP has the modular floors in it that is made from plastic, but on top of that they have thin cushions that go down to replicate like a flooring deck mat system. And what I like best about that, you can buy them and they're about $20 a panel, and they're like a 2-foot by 2-foot square, and they clip in. So now you don't have to go to somebody and pay them a ridiculous amount to put new carpet in your machine or your pontoon when it's only got 1 or 2 bad spots. This modular system with these panels lets you pluck it up. Say the front entry level just gets wore out. You know, if you're getting on and off, you know, boot scrapes, whatever, shoe scrapes, water shoes, mud, staining. Well, you can pull up 3 panels for 60 bucks, guys, $60. They ain't even a person going to look at your pontoon to put a flooring down for 60. They won't even talk to you for 60 bucks. I mean, I've been there and I know a pontoon reflooring is going to cost you probably $600. And they're going to do the whole floor, and they're going to take all your seats loose, and you're without your pontoon. You can do this at home and pick the part up from the dealer, and it's plug and play, no tools required. So I thought that was really, that's a feature for me that I really like. And also it helps keep it cool. The plastic panels was not that bad without the deck matting on there, but you know, for me, I would probably just go ahead and put them on there for the ultimate, you know, comfort. Dash wise, it's got, you know, the standard Sea-Doo like 4.5-inch dash. It's got fuel, it's got trim, it's got your speed and your RPM and all that stuff. Another cool feature they got on these is the Garmin GPS. Yes, it is a depth finder, people. I mean, it is. It will do that, but you have to buy the transducer puck to put in the boat. But luckily, BRP thought enough ahead to, it's got a marked spot for the through-hole transducer that they sell in the accessory catalog to plug right in, and then you got your depth finder. But for the time being, on these models, it's just GPS for mapping, and you'll get one free download for your area, whether it be, you know, East United States, Northern, Southern, whatever it is that Garmin offers. I know a lot of them just, you know, it's about the 3-state area, like a tri-state, you know, you might go Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama or something. So you'll get that with the purchase of it. So, you know, don't worry too much about that. But it is really nice being touchscreen. You can zoom in and work all the functions without having to go with a little keypad. Everybody's used to like being your phone. So that was a really neat feature. Another thing we liked on it was the anchor storage on the front. If you're buying this pontoon and you are at all any bit going to have to tie it up somewhere outside of a dock, buy the anchor. I don't know how much it is. I haven't looked yet. I mean, you're going to need it, guys. But it's got the perfect built spot for it to drop into, all the rope go in, and the cover go on, and it's out of sight until you need it. So I don't think you can find a better solution, out there for that. Some more, things we like about the machine, like I said, is just the versatility. We was moving seats around on the water. I don't know if I got any video of that, but it doesn't take anything but, you pick a yellow lever up and you pull it out. It disengages the seat latching platform. You can move it over in another spot. So what I see that being really useful for is for the guy that is really going to dual purposes. So say he's got a 16-foot switch pontoon, and he's going to go out all morning long from the campsite with the wife and kids. They're going to ride around, tube, do whatever, play off the pontoon. Well, he wants to go out that evening and do some crappie fishing. It doesn't take no tools in less than 3 minutes. Probably you can do it in under a minute. Move that seating configuration around so you have the whole bow of that pontoon to walk from side to side and not have any chairs in your way, or not have anything, tables, not have anything in your way, but just being able to fish from spot to spot around the front of your boat. So I thought that was really cool. That's innovative. Nobody else is doing that on a pontoon. If you buy a fishing pontoon, guess what, guys? You get shorted seats. They're going to put 2 cheap fishing seats up there, but you're still paying a premium price. So just remember that if you're looking at a fishing pontoon, they take the front nice seats out and they give you 2 seats that you could buy for $40 at the Bass Pro Shop. So just keep that in mind. But BRP, on the other hand, they're selling you a full conventional seat that you can put anywhere in there. And then you can also buy those seats out of the accessory catalog. The material on the seats is really nice. The upper piece is a different color, so it lends to it's a more durable, more sun resistant, type of fabric. So it's going to hold up and not weather as bad as traditional boats you see out there. I know I look at a lot of pontoons and that top chair cap, the top of the seats is all cracked and feather weighted, weather faded, and BRP solved that by changing the material on the top to be more durable, and thus going down it gets a lighter color, which is the two-tone, and again it feels really nice. It sitting on it didn't feel like we wanted to sweat or have any type of issue with grip. You sit in the seat, it set fine. Under all the seats is storage, so you just pull up the back corner. There's no straps or anything. You just dig your hand down there and pull it up, and then you can fill underneath. All the seats can go side by side and equals one big spot to put like a ski or a pool noodle or anything else you want to put in there. But it's really, like I said, guys, I was somewhat apprehensive of the 13-footer. And I was really, somewhat apprehensive on the performance of it, and them calling it like a Sea-Doo handling and performance. And you do get that. The little one performed excellent, the 13-footer. If we had more units to order, I would get more 13-footers. We just really were limited this year on our order. And then also, like I said, the performance, the 170 horsepower, got the 13, the compact up and going really good. The 230 in the bigger boats gets them up and going good. So, I mean, we're really stoked, excited about it. We're hoping to see more units, in our dealership for that particular switch pontoon. They said by December, guys, we're going to have 1 or 2. I can't tell you what day. It's just 1 or 2 by December is what they told us. So, we're shooting to get them here because, honestly, I think the customers, you guys out there, once you see it and feel it, you'll be more impressed and really excited, ready to get your name on your personal one and get it on the water early in 2022. Like I said, guys, these things are going to be fun. They're going to be hard to get. You're just going to call around. Like I said, we're limited. I think we got 7. So you really, if you're interested, if you've not had a pontoon before, you're going to be ecstatic. If you do got a pontoon, you're going to be ecstatic because it does things different. Rides really good, handles really good. It's got the brake on it. I ain't talking much about that, but it does have the IBR braking system. And the thing will turn on itself. That's what I was impressed with. Just pulling it forward, it will cut literally on itself. So for docking in tight areas or getting up to a houseboat really tight and not having to carry a lot of speed or having a funky angle, traditional pontoons catch a lot of wind and want to shove really funky when you're trying to pull up to a dock. And a regular pontoon will take a 40-foot circle to turn on itself. I'm telling you guys, this thing will literally spin on itself in the water. I might have some footage of that in this video. I don't know if I got it. I don't know what Josh is going to cut out of it, but the thing handles remarkably well, steers really easy, and I think anybody coming from a Sea-Doo will be extremely, happy with this. And then anybody that's, looking for a pontoon or got a pontoon is going to be extremely happy with this thing. I think BRP's hit it out of the park with this setup, and we hope, you guys enjoy this video. We hope you guys give us a call to maybe hopefully get a deposit on one of these things. And as always, guys, hit that like and subscribe down below so you can stay up to date with what we got going on. Find a size factor on the front factor. No factory OEM belt. This belt with XRC or XMR. We'll start here at the front. This is a bumper we have made. Style hose, the part number we give you. We'll get this done.